Avatar: The Last Airbender had many examples of different types of relationships. Whether it be the positive father figure of Iroh to Zuko, or the sister-like bond between Toph and Katara, this show has many examples of relationships and most of them are wonderfully written. With that said, I'd like to make a few videos talking about characters and their relationships. This video will be about Zuko and his relationship with his family, starting with Iroh. Iroh, on top of being Zuko's positive male role model, was also his mentor. Iroh imparted knowledge on how to improve his bending prowess and gave him knowledge to navigate his mental strife inflicted by his father and sister. Zuko and Iroh's familial bond is one of my favorite things in Avatar. Iroh is patient with Zuko and encourages the side of him that the Fire Nation would deem weak, and it's that same side that his father Ozai tried burning out of him. On the other side, Zuko, for a while, was frustrated with Iroh. He was frustrated because Iroh wasn't the anger and destruction-fueled warrior that the Fire Nation idolizes. Yet, despite this frustration with him, Zuko still respects Iroh and views him as a father figure. Iroh's wisdom has constantly directed Zuko down a path where he can define what his honor is, and Zuko is susceptible to the wisdom of Iroh. Iroh viewing Zuko as a son is one of the most heartwarming relationships in the series, especially after the reveal of Lu-Ten, Iroh's son's death. Iroh mentored Zuko and guided him down a better path than the one Ozai set for him, all while showing unwavering and unconditional love for Zuko. Even after Zuko sided with Azula in the Earth Kingdom, which led to Iroh's imprisonment, he wasn't mad at Zuko. And when they reunite before Sozin's Comet, Iroh bears no ill will towards Zuko. He was happy to see him again and was proud that his boy found his way and reclaimed his honor. On the other side of Iroh's unshakable love for Zuko is Ozai's relationship with his son. Ozai instilled and nurtured the worst behaviors in both Zuko and Azula. And when it came to Zuko, he reinforced it by being mentally and physically abusive. Ozai burned Zuko's face for caring about what happened to soldiers, something Ozai views as a weakness. Ozai manipulated Zuko into thinking that a kind heart is for weaklings, and that any person who harbors weakness isn't fit to be in the Fire Nation. With this message scarred on his face, Zuko believed his honor was stripped from him and his only way to get it back was by doing what his father instructed. That being the seemingly impossible task of capturing the Avatar who disappeared 100 years ago. Ozai didn't want to see his son again, but Zuko was desperate for his father's acceptance. The last one I want to talk about today is Zuko and Azula. These siblings went past rivalry and went straight to animosity. One of the first things we saw Azula do was attempt to shoot lightning at Zuko. Azula, on several occasions, tried to kill Zuko. In the eyes of their dad, Azula was born lucky while Zuko was lucky to be born. While Zuko had to train to the bone, Azula was born with generational talent. That's not to say Zuko lacked talent or Azula didn't train, but they definitely weren't equal in these categories. Azula's talent caught Ozai's eye and he molded her into the ideal weapon. Meanwhile, Zuko gravitated toward his mom and later Iroh, who instilled kindness and a moral compass into him. It's also shown that these two can get along. While Zuko was back in the Fire Nation after allegedly killing Aang, he and his sister seemed to be on decent terms, even if it was all just a chess move by Azula. On the other end of that, there's the last Agni Kai, where they, primarily Azula, were trying to kill each other. These two are a good display of the effect others have on you as you grow up. That's what I've got for today. My next Avatar video will probably be about Toph or Katara's relationships. Have a nice day and I'll catch you later.